Hello Troglodyte tribe and welcome back. This week we're actually going to do one of our Troglodyte chats where I got to meet Danish Pete at the guitar show in Birmingham. He's a thoroughly nice guy, and we were having a chat after the filming had finished about various different things that are important to us. And Pete does support the Teenage Cancer Trust along with Andertons. And if you are able to and would like to donate to this amazing charity that supports so many young people, I will be putting a link in the description for how you can donate to that charity. Again, thank you to everybody who watches and has subscribed, and I hope you enjoy our conversation. We're with Danish Pete.
Oh my god!
I mean, come on. What should I call? Skinny Pete.
Skinny Pete.
Talk to me, dude. Where'd the rest of you go?
Well, I stopped drinking 6 months ago, 6.5 months ago now. It was just, COVID, 2 years of working super hard, just drinking too much, getting more and more drink, and then it was like, something has to happen. And it just stopped from one day to the next. And I can imagine my metabolism just gone, yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so because all of that, I was drinking a lot,
right.
not just I was drinking way too much, and it was, I don't know if it's becoming a problem because it's never a problem, is it?
It's never a problem.
But it was certainly getting too much, so I sort of stopped. And when you stop drinking, you stop eating all of those crisps and the extra bit and pieces. You just hammer down sweets.
Man, that looks amazing.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks. So that.
I'm being shamed into stopping drinking now because, man.
Yeah, but I still miss it. That's the thing, because I love a glass of wine,
Yeah,
but the problem with me is not just a glass of wine. It's just it.
When people think of Danish Pete, they think of two things.
Yeah.
One is people asking you where you're from.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
And purple.
Purple.
I mean, how much purple stuff you got in yours?
Now, after the first purple thing, now I have quite a bit purple, It was never, purple was never a thing. I'm a massive Prince fan, I've always been a Prince fan, but I never colours were never a thing for me.
Yeah.
I like colours, I like colours, but I was never like one colour.
Yeah.
And it was, the story was, I don't know if you heard the story, my wife bought it for me for my birthday. The guitar came in second hand.
Yeah.
In Andertons, and then somebody was like, "Oh, Pete, you like Prince? There's a purple Telecaster." And I was looking at for a Telecaster, and I picked it up. I was like, "I need this guitar. It's the guitar I need," And it got sold, unfortunately. But then it came back, and then Lee kept it to one side.
Yeah. I'm gonna link you to that video. That's actually a really sweet video.
Yeah, and it was proper moment of what?
Yeah.
How did that happen? I thought it was gone forever, and I thought I lost that guitar. And then it was meant to be, and for some reason, purple just became a thing. It was almost like people were hungry for it, but nobody has given it to them yet, at that point,
Yeah.
And as I just said in the podcast before, it's like I never set out to be a YouTuber or anything.
Yeah.
I was touring, and the last tour I did was in Germany with a big artist, and that was like a stadium tour, so quite big.
Yeah.
And I watched my third daughter get born on FaceTime, and just turned it off and went, "What are you doing, man? You need to be home more." And then Lee offered me the job, and I jumped at the chance to do that. Yeah. But I never. He offered me a salary, and I could stay home more. And what's the salary, man? I don't have to worry about taxes.
Tax is done every month.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't have to do it,
What I think is really nice about your career that I've been able to see from your interviews and read about is that you played all the big stages. You got out there, you played with the big names, but you've been a hired gun. Yeah. And you've done that sort of touring the world, but then you come back and suddenly normality just smacks straight in.
Yeah.
But the moment you stop and you step back and you become you with the guitar. The Danish Pete, the personality of the man who can really, really shred and play all this beautiful stuff.
I've never changed though. I've always been that guy. I'm like this in the videos, or I was before when I was touring.
Yeah. But you've been now given the voice. You've been standing at the front, and and now you've got people making pedals for you. It just seems just wonderfully backwards in that sense.
It's completely. When you are a musician, and I can probably people that are touring with artists and stuff. It's never about you. It's not. You are not the. You are the hired gun, as you say, and that's fine. I love that because I just love playing music. It's about the music and about the camaraderie and about what you can do in a band and how it feels and how it sounds and all this stuff. That's the most important thing to me. I never set out to have a signature pedal, or
No.
a signature set of pickups. And it seems to be now everybody who's got 50,000 subscribers or something can get a signature product. Yeah. But I think the whole world has changed that, because I think guitar heroes are who is a guitar hero now? I mean, like if you take Clapton now, the closest thing now these days, I know we go on about him a lot, but John Mayer, who's got a song, who can sing, who can do like a pop song and play the guitar at the same time. He can, the wife can go, oh, and the guy can go, oh, he plays good guitar, and the kids can go, and daughters, and then there are not many of them, So I think because of the internet has come up and Instagram and that stuff, now those are the new guitar heroes, you know, and that's where they come from, kind of thing. And then they become touring artists afterwards. So it's a completely flipped around.
That's it.
But it's a great. We've got a great trip going on. You know.
So I was thinking about your relationship with the guitar. I mean, a lot of people I know, including myself, who've played over the years, it's been a bit of a love-hate. Sometimes you just kind of go, I'm a little bit bored of it, maybe, or I've just fallen out with it, and I've maybe put it down for a while or whatever, and then I've come back to it, and my style is different, or something's different about. Can you tell me, have you had that sort of falling out with it? Never had that.
Never fallen out with it. I love guitar. I love it. Now for listening to other guitar players where they would go and learn, a solo, or Stevie Ray or Clapton, and they would learn exactly that note for note, and they'll make sure that it sounds the same. And you see people that sounds exactly like Stevie Ray or out there. I never did that. I was never the guy that did that. I never did the Hendrix thing, play like Hendrix 100%. I just grabbed little bits and pieces all the time because I wanted to build my own thing and getting inspired by those bits. Instead of learning something 100%, I just want to try to get my own thing going. And also, I think when I started playing, I was 11 or something. I think it was more just because it was fun and I had fun with it, and I didn't. So I never, and I feel like there is times where it's like this. I have to listen to myself play because I edit videos and oh, you're playing the same bloody licks again. Stop it. But then once in a while you get that kind of you get inspired by something or a song you hear or play, you see it or whatever, and then it just goes whoop, and you get this little, something I couldn't play that yesterday, And I think just being in keep going on about being inspired. I think inspiration is the key, for most guitar players, because that's when you pick your guitar up again. That's when you go in love with it again. So if you can have a constant inspiration going on, you don't have to put it down. But life
gets in the way, and then
I get it.
You don't pick it up for a while because you got all this work to do. What for me was my wife picked up the bass. She started playing double bass just before lockdown. So it inspired me to go and play more to join her. Then the love came back. You know what I mean? So
and that's what it needs. That's inspiration, isn't it? And that's so important. I think people forget how great music is in any way. As I was saying before, it can make you cry, it can make you laugh, it can make you angry, it can do anything. And this music can do that. And lots of people can as well. Some people.
And your live work at the moment, how much are you playing out and about? How much?
Not really. I think, I've got a thing with some friends of mine, and we'll just play like a wedding or like a party. But it's when we do that, it's so nice because you just get out and nobody cares, and
it's just for fun.
It's not like that's Danish Pete. It's just to go and play a gig, which is really nice. I mean, as I said, I never set out for any of this. I just wanted a salary. I just wanted to have a monthly salary where I didn't have to worry about tax and all that stuff. So, but here we are.
And here we are. People are just every corner you walk around with the guitar show.
But it's nice. But it's nice.
How are you coping with fame?
It's not famous. I mean, Johnny Depp is famous, you know. You know what I mean? Or Johnny.
Thanks for Danish Guitarist. Danish Pete's going to be there in the weekend. I hope I get to see him. Yeah, everybody knows who you are.
Yeah, but I guess so. In this, and it's lovely because the community. I feel like the guitar community is a great thing, you know. So, and I see it online. You know, yes, if you want to be on YouTube, you have to have thick skin first and foremost. You absolutely have, because people can be very mean to each other, and there's a lot of bullying going on, and you shouldn't do that because it's not very nice. Because we really only need to be nice to each other. But the majority of the people, you know, on my Instagram or whatever, it's all really nice, and they conduct themselves nicely, and even on our YouTube, you know, yes, you get the, you know, but let's put it like this: if we have a video, sorry, I think I got a bit of a hay fever. If you have a video that gets 100,000 views, right, and there'll be 2,000 comments, then let's say 10,000, let's say 1,000 comments. You know, there's 100,000 people watching, and that means there's only 1,000 people that's commented on it. All the other people haven't commented, and you'll have 1,000 comments. Out of those, there might be 5 ones, or 5. The you know, but you will focus on those ones. You go, oh, you didn't like that. Or you did it. Or you
done a thumbs down. You focus on that rather than the.
And I think that's the wrong thing to do if you do want to be in this industry. I've figured out, you know, if you want to be in that world, but the majority watch the video, and they don't say anything. They don't like it or they don't dislike it. They just go, yeah, it's like that. What's the next thing? So those are the people. That's 99,000 people that actually didn't engage, but just watched the video and just either liked it or didn't like it and just moved on. So, see?
It's just so disproportionate how we focus in on it.
And the human mind and soul is just, you know, you're gonna be mean to me, or instead of just going, oh, that's nice comment, that's a nice comment, oh, he said something nice, or she said something, you know.
Because guitarists, we watch the Andertons videos, you know what I mean? You can see by the numbers.
People do watch it.
It's just entertaining, and it's also nice to get what you feel like is quite an honest opinion about the things, because some places are there they're just to sell you something. And this is an honest shootout between that and this. And honestly, this is really good. You know, it's the cheaper one, you know.
But that's what we're there for. I mean, yes, we could, you know, at the end of the day, if Lee sells this, or this out of the video, he just wins whatever. But I do think because we don't charge for videos, you know, it's not like manufacturing comes up and goes, here's this product, here's X amount of money. Say something nice and make it sound good.
And that
we don't
comes
do
across.
that. You know?
And that really does come across because it's much more believable. And you want to believe that. Because during lockdown you haven't been able to go to the guitar shops to go and try them, but being able to buy them online.
we say lots of stupid things.
But also to be able to hear it played with panache, you know what I mean?
It does help, you know. I think we try to talk about that a lot. So what is it that makes people watch the videos? You know, is it a good production? Is it, you know, lots of cameras, or you've got the right microphones, or you got? It's not that. It's just what's going on in it. You can film it on anything, and and people will still watch it. But of course, it helps when somebody can play to the instrument or the product that is being demonstrated. Exactly. You know. So, you know, but it's the, you know, we don't lie, and, you know, we don't mix stuff so it sounds different or whatever. We try to keep it as raw as possible, you know.
So let's talk about why you're here this weekend. Apart from you did a great speech.
I'm coming to see you.
You've been on the stage.
I was up there with Monty's. You know, I've got a signature set of Monty's pickups, which is again a thing that I never thought I would have. But how that came about is that, you know, I had the purple Telecaster, and people were going, "What pickups in there? What pickups in there?" So we figured out that it was a set of. It was not a set of anything. It was a twisted telly and a no cast. And if you want that set, you have to buy 2 sets and then throw half of it away. You know, so unless you buy a custom shop guitar from Fender and you custom order it. So people were going, "What is it?" So I went to Monty and we were talking about something else, whatever. Anyway, and he's like, "Can you recreate these pickups, and then we can make a set that at least is like this?" And then he's like, "Yeah, let me look and see what it is." And he figured out that actually it was different from what they said they were. So they weren't exactly what they were, and that's why they then sounded different, you know. So he then recreated those, and now you can buy that as a set, you know.
Amazing.
At Andertons or Monty's, you know. But, you know, it's and it wasn't because I wanted a set of pickups. It was because people wanted to have those pickups. That's why we did it. So it's the other way around, you know. And I think that's probably driven. It's more that people. And can you make 4 sets if that's? He's like, I can make 1 or I can make 100 or whatever, you know. And it sells, and it's a great set of pickups. He makes some amazing pickups, you know. And we were up there, and I was playing some of his other sets, and they're all great, you know. And he's a lovely guy, and that's the main majority. The best thing is working with nice people.
That's the other thing, particularly as a touring musician. You've got to be able to live and play, and because you live with somebody for months and months.
We were the last tour I did. There was 17 people in the band.
Yeah.
You know, and then there was like 18 dancers or something.
Yeah.
And there was 42 Arctic lorries. It was and 24 buses. I mean, it was a huge tour, right? And if you don't get on with everyone, then you just you do the tour and then maybe you don't get called back afterwards, or you are in each other's pockets in a tour bus. Yes, we've got hotels, but majority of the time you tour from you don't sleep on the bus. You just have to be able to be. You have to be happy and get on with people and don't be.
Yeah, I met my wife on tour.
My wife did makeup for Girls Aloud in 2005, and I was playing guitar, and that was it. Met her on the tour bus.
Mine was the wardrobe department.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Dude, thank you so much for spending some time with us today. What do I need to say? It's Danish Pete and Troglodyte Music. Cheers, guys.
Thanks for having me,
mate. You absolutely. Thank you so much for spending some time.
That's cool. My pleasure.